Good evening, friends and fellow true believers. Welcome to another edition of my midnight blog. It's not midnight, of course. It's like 8:45 in the evening, but I don't feel like waiting till midnight because probably by midnight I won't be in any condition to be giving any kind of a opinion on anything. So I thought I'd start now. Seeing as it's the Thanksgiving weekend and I'm off of work for 4 days. Um, these things here, these are my new headphones. Bought them a little while ago. They got a built-in microphone, so I'm testing out the vlog to see if this microphone works better than the one on the computer. So I don't know if it does or not. I don't know if it's going to be clear or if I'm just going to have to take this whole video and toss it away, but I don't know. I don't know how any of this works. So, nonetheless, here I am. There you are. Thanks for tuning in. I just got through watching an episode of Drunk Ass Gaming, which is uh, it's a YouTube channel that my nephew and two of his friends put up sporadically. They were trying to do it every week, but out of 4 weeks, they've managed to get 3 episodes up. So relatively consistent, but still sporadic nonetheless. But I was just watching that. If you want to go on over there and check it out, just type in Drunk Ass Gaming into the YouTube search engine. You'll find it, the channel right at the top. I highly recommend the second one. That's Lords of the Fallen because it's bloody hilarious. At one point, they're in this. It looks like a giant church, and there's this bright light kind of hovering around that suddenly appears, and CJ looks at it and he goes, "What's that? A Jesus ghost?" Which is hilarious because I've never heard anybody refer to anything as a Jesus ghost. Um, so, and he has another friend on the end of the couch who's pretty much plastered by the very beginning of the video. So he's entertaining as hell because he has no clue what's going on, and he's very vocal about that. But anyway, pop over there, take a look. Might be something you want to watch. What else today? Well, like I said, I have a 4-day weekend. I went over to Central already to put food down for the cats. It snowed like hell while I was sleeping this morning. Got up in the afternoon, snow everywhere, so I decided to switch the cats over in Central Avenue over to dry food. And since I had to go run down to the drugstore to get beer and supplies anyway at 6 o'clock, I thought, well, I'll just go a few hours early and get it out of the way. That way it won't interfere with my evening's festivities because I generally don't start drinking beer until after I get done with the Central Ave cats. Which lately it's pretty. I've been pretty consistent going over there at about 10 o'clock. So I was quite early today. This is today's repast. Let me see if I can turn the can so you can see it. Yes, today's episode is sponsored by Molson Canadian Beer. See? Molson's. It's the pride of Canada. They didn't pay me to say that or anything. I'm just fucking around. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Um, so please, no comments. Oh, you're so loud. That just happened to be the beer that I wanted to buy that was on sale. The Budweiser was $20 for a 30 pack, and this was $21. So I thought, well, why not upgrade and get the Canadian import anyway? Good choice too. Even if it is a light lager, I don't normally like pale beers. I like dark beers. Guinness Extra Stout. But there's nowhere around here I can buy it. I'd have to go all the way out to PNC or to Tops, and frankly, folks, I ain't walking in this weather. So, just for a dark beer. So as far as light beers go, Canadian's pretty good. The Central Ave cats, I don't know what to say about Little Bum. She wasn't there, but I think she wasn't there because they went so early. She's normally waiting for me at about 10 o'clock. So, but I've already doled out the food. I took a bag of dry food over to them and filled up both dishes. So they should actually be good through tomorrow too. But I'll probably still go over and check tomorrow unless I'm way hungover or really drunk at the time. I have a tendency, like a few weekends ago, I bought a 30 pack and I just kept right on drinking right through Saturday, the second day I had off, and I wanted to go out and buy more, which is, excuse me, which is simply amazing. Um, and I have a 4 day, so the equivalent of that would be me needing to get more beer tomorrow. So, but we'll see. I do have a little money left. Speaking of money, I thought I was going to have about $240 this week. I made almost $400 on my overtime week. 1 day of overtime, that's me 400, which is pretty good. I had to pay for my internet because it was almost shut off. I called them up a couple weeks ago. Well, I didn't call them up. I used the chat. You can chat with them online now. You don't have to actually talk to anybody. And they said they'd extend it through the 29th before they shut it off. And I could pay the past due balance, which was like $120. And I had to pay rent a center. There we go. I had to pay rent a center a fee for my well, what I'm talking to you on right now, my laptop and my tablet, which actually is right here handy. See, Google Asus Nexus. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, there it is. See, Nexus. It's a 7-inch tablet, so they call it a Nexus 7. It has an Android operating system, so they call it a Google. So it's a Google Nexus, even though it's actually an Asus. It's actually manufactured by Asus Computers. Same as my laptop. Anyway, I expected to be spending about 150 to 160 between what I owed on the past due on the internet and the computer and the tablet. There we go. Unfortunately, I say way too much. Unfortunately, I don't. I didn't figure the fact that I also owe a month this month to my for my internet. I'm gonna take my glasses off for a minute and get rid of the glare so you can actually see my eyes. So I ended up having to pay him 177 instead of 120. So because I wanted to make sure that they bumped my speed back up to its normal amount, because I've been on the internet, but they took me all the way down to the slowest speed they had. That's what they do when you don't pay them. Rather than shut you off, they just turn you way down. So it takes a little longer for the web pages to load, and sometimes when I first start up my laptop, it'll say that there is no internet, and you keep trying to access it, and eventually it'll let you access. But when you have it on the regular speed, which I'm only one click down from the fastest speed you can have. Fastest is for gamers, for if you're going to play Call of Duty online or something like that, you need a really high data speed. Anyway, I'm going to bump down from that so that I can watch Netflix and everything else without any buffering or any problems whatsoever. No stalls. It works really well. But at the speed I was running at, even YouTube sometimes freezes up for a minute or two. So, but anyway, I figured if I paid them in full, that would all go away since I had the extra money. So instead of having like $240, I ended up with about 180 in pocket. And then by the time I bought my Chinese food, which I just got through eating part of, my beer, cat food, wet cat food, and there's some other stuff too in there. Anyway, by the time I got through paying for everything, I ended up with about $90. So I went from having 240 spending money to 80 or 90 really quick. So, but I do have pretty much everything I need. I didn't buy any groceries, and I'm probably gonna have to buy more cat food, but I think $90 will cover it. So I'm happy anyway. It's gonna be a good weekend. Not sure how much of it I'll remember. Depends on how much I want to drink this weekend. Sometimes I drink a little bit and I don't want to drink anymore. Sometimes I drink a little bit and I drink everything that's in the refrigerator. Hard to tell. I go from being a terrible alcoholic to being a great alcoholic. So that's, I'll flip of the coin. I can't even tell you right now while I'm drinking. This is my first beer, by the way. I can't tell you whether or not I'm going to want to drink all night. I am going to find some movies to watch because I know from experience of playing games when I'm drinking just don't work out. You know, in the beginning it does, but eventually, you know, you get to a point where you have to actually think about stuff, or you have to have good reflexes. And after you pile through about a 12 pack, you know, the reflexes aren't quite as sharp as they used to be. So, anyway, not much else is going on. I'm not going anywhere for Thanksgiving. I'm just going to stay here and drink. That sounds like a country song, doesn't it? I'm just gonna stay here and drink. You know? It just has that ring to it. It may even be a country song, who knows. But anyway, I'm gonna just stay here and drink. Nobody's actually invited me to their house, but I know I could go to Gary's house, or I could go to Fatso's house, or anybody's house that I know that are, you know, extended family to me. But even if they invited me, I wouldn't be going because I'm getting a little weird in my old age. When I was young, I used to love holidays with everybody. Now I've gotten to the point where holidays are really fun to be by myself because I enjoy the quiet and the time alone to think or party or play games or do whatever I want to rather than being at the whim of, you know, whatever conversation is being thrown around the table wherever I'm at. So it's not that I'm antisocial, at least not where my extended family is concerned. It's just that I'm a big fan of freedom, so especially personal freedoms. So it's nice to be, pardon me, it's nice to be able to do what I want. So, and I've got my cats; they're pretty much my family. I'm hoping to put up some video of them. I'm thinking about taking a video of them when I'm in the bathroom, but I'm going to have to do it, you know, clothes on because I have to point the camera down to show you the cats because they all pile in there except for Bear Bear. And I just wanted to show everybody what a pain in the ass it is to have cats if you visit the bathroom. But that'll be a video for another time anyway. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I hope you enjoy your holiday. Maybe someday someone will subscribe to my channel. No one has yet. But, you know, subscribe. Let your friends know about me. I'm not the most thrilling person, but on YouTube, but I'm always here and I'm always putting up new stuff anyway. I don't know what else to say. I did want to say one other thing, and right at the moment it's escaping me. Had to do with my YouTube channel anyway. Oh, I'm planning on getting a better camera, so y'all can see me better instead of this grainy ass shit. So that'll be fun, but that'll be coming up. And I'm gonna have to work some overtime to get the money to get the camera that I want, but hopefully it'll happen in the next month or two. And you'll see the image quality in my videos will improve. I'm going to continue doing midnight vlogs, but I think I'm going to put up some regular vlogs too, you know, daylight vlogs. I don't know what I'm going to call those, probably just vlog. So, anyway, everybody, it's great to see you again. Been a while. I was afraid I was going to be offline. Come back. You know, I may have a new video up. I may not. Mine are pretty sporadic. Speaking of sporadic postings. There'll be quite a few this weekend, but beyond that, during the week when I'm working, there's almost nothing. So, have a good weekend. Enjoy the pumpkin pie and the turkey, and I'll talk to you later. Peace!